Japan has conceded for the first time that postponing the Olympic Games could be an option given the global COVID-19 pandemic. Tokyo and the International Olympic Council are discussing how to proceed if the Games are delayed, but they insist they won't be cancelled. Tokyo's Olympics chief says a delay is just one of many scenarios being considered. And he's lashed out at critics who claim organizers are disregarding athletes' safety. Yoshihiro Mori says that's always been the top priority. The committee aims to have the scenarios ready in the next 4 weeks and will accept the IOC's decision. Australia and Canada, meantime, have decided to pull out of this year's Games. Canada calling for a one-year postponement, citing the safety of athletes and the general public. The Australian Olympic team has been told to prepare to compete in 2021.
The decision is that they unanimously agreed that the Australian Olympic team could not be assembled in the changing circumstances both here and abroad. We have to look after not only just our athletes and officials, but also their families who would feel concern for their sons and their daughters.
Japan has also been facing growing pressure from athletes and sports bodies to postpone the Games. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe says he is still committed to hosting a complete Games, but a postponement might be inevitable. Michio Ishida has the reactions from Tokyo.
There have been growing calls from the international community and from the Japanese public. Tokyo Olympic Games cannot possibly be held when COVID-19 continues to spread, taking people's lives in many countries. Former Prime Minister and President of Tokyo 2020 Organizing Committee, Yoshihiro Mori was sternly against any changes to the itinerary, but has bowed down to such calls.
特にアメリカやヨーロッパやという、各新しい地域やエリアがですね、異様な事態になっているというこの状況を我々は承知してて、そしていろんなところからいろんな声があるのにそれを踏まえて最初の通りやるんだというほど私どもは愚かではないというふうに申し上げておきたいと思うんです。
Prime Minister Shinzo Abe told Parliament he told Mr. Mori before the IOC board meeting to convey to IOC President Thomas Bach that he remained committed. He will host a complete Olympic Games. This is what Mr. Abe told leaders of the group of 7 nations last week. But he, for the first time, mentioned that he wanted an Olympics where all athletes can take part with spectators. And for that, a postponement is acceptable. Mr. Abe said that the Olympics must be safe and secure, but cancellation is unthinkable. And that reflects the sentiment among the public. Media polls say 70% think Tokyo Olympic Games should be postponed, but only a few think it should be cancelled. Many Japanese were excited about hosting the Olympics. Ticket sales were very strong. Many wished to play a part as volunteers. Now, the number of cases of COVID-19 in Japan has been between the 30s and 50s daily. Over 40 died, and based on Mr. Abe's panel of medical experts, there's no nationwide explosive increase. And they think measures so far taken, such as cancellation of events, shutdown of schools, have been worth the effort. Now it will be up to the regions in Japan and organizers of events. Education Minister plans to announce a guideline for the resumption of schools on Tuesday. Michio Ishida, CNA, Tokyo.